Also, because bureaucrats miss opportunities to make money. After all, it's not their money, it's your money. Why bother to keep track of most of it? Government's the biggest landowner in America. It owns 81% of Nevada, most of Utah, Alaska, Idaho. They could make billions selling some land or leasing more of it, but they don't. And in the nation's capital, Florida, Congressman John Mica discovered that government wastes tons of our money letting office buildings sit empty. He showed us 2 of them.
90,000 square feet, a block from here to here, unused.
This is called the Cotton Annex. It's so close to the White House that the CBO says the space is worth $150 million. Yet it's been empty for 5 years.
Well, it's not just buildings, it's properties too. This is a small building. It's only 90,000 square feet.
Maybe that's small to you.
But
government people.
Small.
The normal people.
We've got one down the street that they leased with 1 million square feet without any tenants.
It's just empty. What's in it for them to hold on to this empty thing?
It's bureaucrats. They can't make a decision. They got thousands of these properties, and nobody wants to make a decision. This is just here. We've got Miami, we got Chicago, Los Angeles.
Down the street is the old post office. Thankfully, part of it's rented out, but the government still loses $6 million a year on this property because the annex sits totally empty.
This annex has been vacant for 15 years.
And it's not like it's a dump, it's a beautiful space. Now I know some GSA employees were caught making these rap videos where they brag about wasting our money. 'Cause I buy everything a few rappers can't afford. But they didn't all do this, and even these 2 didn't do it all the time.
I don't get the motivation. I assume they want to do a good job. They're decent people.
You're missing the point. There is no motivation in government.
Come on, no motivation in government? Congressman Mica joins us now. No motivation?
Well, that's our job, actually, to motivate. And the taxpayers left holding the bag, they're back home. They don't see this going on. No one pays attention. And we're sitting on valuable assets when we're running up trillion-dollar deficits.
So the GSA admits it has 14,000 buildings it calls excess. The government even has a map that lists them, and it's kind of fun. You can click on one of these dots and learn more about how your money's being wasted and where. I'll post a link to this website at johnstossel.com. But Congressman Mica, the 14,000 excess buildings that they admit to don't even include the empty buildings you just showed us?
Well, there are many more, and then we're only talking about what's under GSA control. You've got post offices and military installations outside of our jurisdiction that are also sitting vacant.
The OMB sent us a response to our questions. They say, a year ago the president called on Congress to address wasteful excess property cut through the red tape, and currently the government has 20 steps it must go through before moving a property to sale. They say it's Congress's fault.
Well, part of it is Congress's fault, and some people do benefit by keeping things the way they are.
The OMB says we couldn't wait for Congress, so we've aggressively cut excess real estate costs by over $1.5 billion.
We can go much, much further. When you have approaching $17 trillion in debt and endangering our children's future, you've got to start somewhere, and that's not acceptable. Heaven forbid we should have the private sector engaged in property management. Only the government can do it best. That's a flawed philosophy and a flawed way of conducting the people's business.
You used to be a private developer, so you understand the differences.
Absolutely, and I don't know anyone that would turn over their property or anything they own for the federal government or government to manage. They'd have to be crazy.
Thank you, Congressman Mica. Good luck saving us some money.